Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Washington Redskins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. 50, plant.
Now a handoff looking right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clements going up top for Kupp, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
52. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Watson, option left. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
Redskins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Choose that. 19. Check 55 to Mike. Go. Go. Alert 3, alert 3.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Clements steps away to his left. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. To throw on 3rd down. Clements forced out to his left. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On 3rd down, Childress. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Watson now going to run the option right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Let's go.
Watson now going to run the option right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Evades the tackler and now some space. And all the way down to the 12. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And a big run there against the worst rush defense in the league. They're number 32 of 32.
And they're ranked that for a reason. And we're really not surprised to see a big run occur against them, are we?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
He's first thing.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check 131.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He can into the end zone. Washington Redskins touchdown.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the gun on 3rd down. Clements going up top for Kupp. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Watson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half.
27, Texans nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Pushes him over. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, well, they at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards. Now they try the right side here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
90 22-jet bomber.
And it's 3rd down.
51's the mic. I'm going to run you over.
On 3rd down, Clements. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Clements to the goal line. line, but it's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and now it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Check 55. Check 55.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Terry McLaurin, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 55.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, this is Geis, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Watson slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 44 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Watson now going to run the option right. And he is going to lose yardage here. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. It's Williams on the catch. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Watson operating from the gun, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Clelin Ferrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And no timeout.
To try again after the sack. Watson. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at halftime.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a handoff looking right. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Redskins scoop it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Clements. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Geis going right. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Watson, option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Record. Take 4.
Off play action. Clements. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Back to throw. Clements looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Texans on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he is all the way up past the 25. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Set. 24 is down. He's coming.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Hey, lock it.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check, 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 check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And another tackle broken. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to him on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now they try the right side here. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Clements. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. Clements. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man there to knock it away that time. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Looking to throw. Clements. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. 24. Hey, I got 83. That's it. Come on. Go.
Throwing now, Watson. He's got Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Washington, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7.